Hello and welcome to the 5th shed update, if I'm correct. So it's a week late, had a few problems, but they're resolved now, so I can start this update, so let's get to it. Okay, so we'll start over here like we always do. This has now been insulated, as you can see, insulation all the way across, and we've got a board here finally. So this has now been boarded up, as you can see. Due to the fact that the shed's not actually square, I've been left with a giant gap at the top. So as you can see, I've been trying to fill it, but it's taking a while to fill. But I'll get there eventually. Going to the left-hand side, by where the door is, here has now been boarded as well. This I put in last weekend. This took a lot of time because it has 5 different cutouts for the different plugs, sockets, etc. So that took a lot of marking out, cutting, fitting, sanding down, fitting again, you know, in and out to make it perfect. And I had to finish off a little bit of electricals behind there, which is now completed. Which means two things. One, as you can see here, I've got my little tea table in the corner. It's got a kettle, a few cups. That will become operational when I can bring some milk out here. But I've just popped that up there now. You know, it's just pliable top. The kettle's actually screwed down, so, or the base is at least, so the kettle's not going anywhere. You got a plug there, plug down the bottom for the fridge and microwave, light, alarm, and consumer unit. So that just needs all painting now, finishing off, so that's all done. And the second thing it means is, at the bottom you can see now the cupboard framework has extended. So I built this yesterday, so that's gone all the way across. It's got a little bit more to do right in the corner, as you can see. But that means I can start building another cupboard, so we have 4 or 5 cupboards all the way across now. So that'd be quite good. It means more. Move some of the stuff that's sitting over here over into the cupboard over here. If you can remember, in this corner, last episode there was a big pile of mess, loads and loads of bits and bobs and bits of wood that had, you know, just chucked down there and things. That's now all gone, and all the bits been tidied away, and not just there, but the rest of the shed has been tidied, cleaned, hoovered, the whole lot. I've had a big clean up and organised as well, so everything's been organised, so I know where everything is. Some of the stuff's gone on the top of the cupboards there, so I'm quite glad that that's all tidied and things, and that's all gone, so I don't have any more mess, a messy corner. Yeah, so that's biggest change you probably notice is we've now got a baseboard at the end. Expands all the way across, which means I can extend the track across. Now there will be a video coming out next weekend, Saturday I think. It's scheduled for, so look out on Saturday. There'll be a video of how I made it and how you make baseboards, etc, etc. And you know, it's just the standard lattice at the bottom with a board on top. And to do that I had to put a top on the cupboard, so it only goes up to the second cupboard, but there's now a top on, so the curve can come around here when this is all tidied, come down here. But I've got to I'm going to do the how to lay track on here soon, so when that's done I can bring it around all the corner here. That's my next job to do. I've still got corner around here to think of how to do the boarding, but I've boarded all the way along the track now, so on this front section the whole way down has this boarding along the side, which means it gives something for the ballast to go against when I start ballasting, so it's just very slightly higher than the track, so I can do the ballasting. I also ordered a load of track and other bits and bobs. If you on my Facebook page you would have seen, I'll put a link into this in the description, and I've got loads of pico points and all sorts of point motors and things, so I could extend it all the way around now up to this point here, where again, as I said, I'll do the how to lay track along here. So I'm really pleased with that. I've got the 2 points there, which are large radius, and I've got the 2 curved points here and here where Tanya's sitting. So that now finishes this section here. I just have to wait until I make this removable section here before I extend it any further. So that's the bordering done. Even along here the bordering's done, as you can see, around the curved bit, all the way along. Which also means nothing goes underneath it or makes a mess or anything. Don't know if you remember this, it's been in a couple of videos just sitting on the track. This is a Hornby Ginty 3F, I think, in LMS livery, and it was a standard, quite basic loco, DC analog, and you know, I just thought I would make it look a bit nicer, detail it up, and it's now DCC. So I've fitted a decoder inside it. So first thing I did is at the back here, this had a non-removable plastic load of coal at the back. I drilled it out and filled it with real coal, glued that down. So that looks a lot nicer now. I also added I added tons of weight on this as well. So the tender's full of weight, the tanks are full of weight, the dome's full of weight, so it's now a much heavier loco, so you can pull it up bigger loads up the hills. Next thing I did, the cab, this was painted in I think it was like a satin black, and it only went up to this bar top here, so this was the maroon, and so I painted the whole thing matte black, so that's all done. I've painted the smoke box and side running plate with a matte black as well, which looks a lot more used. Vacuum piping at the back and the front, and I fitted the Southern Railway discs. I quite like the middle one. To fit the front one, I had to put a little piece of wire. So if you can just see that, just around there, there you go. A little bit of wire there to stick it on, so that was added, and then the back one is just stuck right on the back there. I've also painted the cab black, and I need to get some paint to do the piping and valves, etc. in there. The whole cab's black, and it's got a little driver in there at the moment. There will be a fireman added, that's got to come, and you know, cab floors painted, etc, etc. So that's been my little bit of modelling. I need to get some weathering powders just to do the bottom, because this is a preserved railway train. It will be, you know, well cleaned, well looked after. So just the bottom side where the running gear is, where it would collect a bit of dirt, a bit of mess. So I need to get a few weathering powders for that. And the cab roof needs to be painted cream. That's got to be done as well. But it's a much nicer loco now. Runs really well and looks a lot nicer than what it did. I'm also thinking about changing the livery to BR black, so that's a possibility in the future, but at the moment I quite like it how it is. It just needed a bit of making it look a bit more realistic. Okay, so I got another thing this month. I pre-ordered this a little while ago. I just thought I'd get this because I saw it look really good. This is one of the new Hornby Mark 1s. But this is a heavily weathered livery. So as you can see, there's graffiti all down the side of it, and it's been weathered. On the roof, you know, it's been looked cracked. Just everything else has been heavily weathered as well. I just thought this could be look quite nice in the siding, unloved and just ruined and things. So that was only a couple of, it was about £20 or something. So I'm very pleased with it. The number for it, if you want, is R4647. It's a BR Mark 1 graffiti coach. So if you want to get one of those, quite cheap, got loads of detail on it. I won't go into too much detail, but I love the bogies. They've got huge amounts of detail on, so I'm very pleased with that. That's the end of the update. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe as usual. Next weekend you've got the baseball video, and I'll see you in about 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time for your next shed update. Thank you. Okay, bye.